Hi, I'm Kari. I am the person who runs the Improvyssey YouTube channel, and I just hit my 200th video, which means I am going to do something a little bit different. Every once in a while I'm going to start posting these tutorial or advice videos. This is an advice video, and it is specifically on the subject of toy instruments. As you can see, I have a few, and this is not all of them either. This is just the ones that I remembered to put there. So toy instruments are one of my favorite things because they cause creativity to happen. I like playing with them a lot. My 200th video was mostly toy instruments. So I want to talk today about good toy instruments versus bad toy instruments, because a lot of people who have kids want to get their kids toy instruments. How do you make sure that they're decent and not just noisemakers? I mean, the real answer to that is a good toy instrument is a good instrument. But it's sometimes a little harder when you're not used to instruments to figure out that difference. So I'm going to start with this one. So let's say you're in a toy store or on the internet and you see something like this and you're like, oh my god, that's adorable, because isn't it adorable? It's a little saxophone. It doesn't play like a saxophone, it plays like a melodica. Each of these gives a different note when you press it. So let's listen to what it sounds like. Yeah, that's not easy to play. It kind of hurts. I had to breathe like 3 times in there, and to play 8 notes. And those are not the notes of a scale. Not a scale that I recognize. So basically this is a noisemaker. It's a bad toy instrument, even though it looks very cute and it would be a great part of a Halloween costume. It would frustrate your kid. Your kid would break it in 2 seconds, and it just doesn't work to make you learn or understand anything about music. So how do you figure out the good toy instruments then? Well, I mean, sometimes the answer is yes, price. Sometimes the more expensive ones are better, which is too bad, but it's kind of the way the world works, unfortunately. So yeah, some of these, like this Jumbie Jam here, this little steel drum, it's a few $100s. Much cheaper than an actual steel drum, but still not inexpensive for a toy, for crying out loud. And then you do have something like this, the Melody Harp. This one was about 50 bucks, and I think that's a good price for something that is essentially a starter harp. It's a zither. It's not the same instrument as a harp, but it teaches you about tuning, it teaches you about the diatonic scale, and it's a very pretty sound that it makes. So cheaper than an actual harp. If you see a harp online for $50, do not buy it. It is not a good instrument. Just do not do that. So yeah, you get stuff like that, but then you also get stuff like this. So this is a Schylling piano horn. It is essentially a melodica like this and like this. But it costs about half as much as this did. This costs about $11. And listen to the difference. So actual instrument. It plays music. It teaches you about music theory. Look, it's the C, the E, the G. All of them are yellow. You learn stuff when you play this, and you can make it sound pretty. So I would very much recommend just kind of looking around for stuff like this, making sure that you do get something that, do your research, figure out what plays in tune, what is in tune with itself, and what makes a solid musical toy that is not just a toy, not just a noisemaker. So to end this video, I do want to talk very briefly about one of the most common types of starter instruments, or you could call them musical toys, even though they're not actually toys, and that would be the recorder, because a lot of kids start with these, especially in school. So how do you make sure that your recorder is an awesome recorder and not a terrible one, and can the cheap recorders sound okay? So this is a more expensive recorder. This is an Ariel. It's solid wood, And this is how it sounds. I had a few tuning issues in there, but you can hear the tone. Very nice tone. This is an Elos. It is the recorder I grew up with. I played it in elementary school. It's plastic. So not as nice a sound, but still in tune with itself, and it sounds perfectly nice. And this is a $2.50 recorder I picked up at Dollarama yesterday. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's very cheap. It is plastic. It is destroying our planet. It's fine as an instrument. So you do not have to break the bank to get something that can sound good. It may not sound good when your kid plays it the first time, but that's why you keep on learning. And so, yeah, do not despair. There are good musical toys out of there. Not all of them cost billions of dollars. So thank you for watching. And I'll be back eventually with more videos like this, I guess. In the meantime, there'll be improvs all over the place. Have a good day, whatever day it is for you. Goodbye.